Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers Must
Posers must
Die.
die.
How we
Uh,
doing, fellas?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Hey, happy birthday, marijuana! It's 4:20 on the evening we're recording this, and yeah,
And absolutely no other holiday is taking place right
that's
now.
right. No, nothing to see here, folks. Well, yeah. But hey, we got a program to do, and let's heckin' do it. We've got to start the show. We've got a new album review of vintage material. It is Coven's collection of previously unreleased demos, like uncirculated demos. Like this is mostly stuff from the '80s. Um, Fascinating stuff. Uh, uh, this is a really cool artifact um, of a legendary thrash metal band from the Pacific Northwest. Oh, Chase has a copy in front of him. Oh, so do I. I think Dylan
My,
has.
wait, we'll do the three. There we
Okay,
go.
we're gonna
There we
do
go.
this. We
We all got
all
it.
have it.
Yeah.
Okay, because Coven rules.
Courtesy
Look,
courtesy
we're
of Nick.
Ooh.
yeah, we look, we're based in the Pacific Northwest. Coven is like a legendary band from here, and we love them and we want to support them, and we want to talk about this. This is a really interesting collection. Guys, you go. Some initial thoughts on here.
Okay. It's released March 20th on Northwest Metalworks. We call it Demons or
We're calling it
Demos.
Demons. We're calling it Demons. Yeah.
Demons. Okay. Compilation of 10 unreleased recordings between 1984 and 1987. A live version of Iron Dick from 2013. And two new songs from 2024, War is a Godly Thing and Beating in Brains. Uh, First of all, I would like to say don't skip on the liner notes. There's a lot of cool shit in there, a lot of informative stuff,
Yeah.
some cool pictures. You got 11 pages of Coven history. You got lyrics, flyers, uh, live backstage and candid photos. Good shit, good shit.
Yeah.
Um, but as for the demos themselves, they range from quality a little bit. Like some of them sound like Nasty Savage and the Misfits got into a knife fight in a dumpster, but there are also some poor quality demos in there.
Oh, okay. What was
uh,
Oh yeah, just go. You go.
yeah, no, I just a little raw, raw like the Wu Tang Clan like it. Was the next little bit of
Oh, okay.
anyway. No. I'm not gonna. It just that some of the demos got a little raw. It's nothing to bark too loudly about. But Ashes to Ashes, great song. To Serve Man, I like because I thought I was gonna go in there and get a Twilight Zone reference, but it was a cannibalism. Still cool.
Sure.
Uh,
I immediately thought of the Twilight Zone episode two. I
Yeah.
mean, like, how do you
Who
not?
does? I think that's what it is. I think they're just with the lyrics in that. I think they were just being like really gruesome about it. Like
Sure.
more than the episode was.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
but Redemption of Souls, I thought was the standout track. I love that. Well, I mean, aside from the live Iron Dick performance,
Oh,
which is always fun to hear.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for me, I really liked I thought stuff like Beheading of the Christ that was really good. That one really stood out for me. Trampling Upon the Cross, oh gee, I think we got a theme here. Um,
A little bit.
Interesting to me in that some of these songs, well, okay, a lot of this are songs that are new to us, right? Songs that didn't make it to onto either of their '80s albums. Um, uh, but what's interesting is like if you listen closely to like Ashes to Ashes, the opening riff is I think the main riff in Rock This Church on Blessed is the Black. And I think,
Okay.
and I want to say that there's a couple of other examples from these unreleased songs of like, oh, that song didn't make it because they're like, yeah, you know what? Let's use that riff in this other song, and then they abandoned the original song or the
Huh.
earlier song. Uh, so it's kind of cool because like I'm hearing like pieces of like Burn the Cross and Rock This Church and stuff in songs that I'm not used to hearing those riffs and those licks in, and so that's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to James R. Beach for putting this together, working with the Babbitt brothers, and putting this out, because this is a really a unique and interesting artifact, and also I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of this. I've listened to this a ton already, and yeah, man, love the shit out of Coven. Great, Dylan, some stuff.
Yeah, I really loved this a lot. I do wanna say, like, I feel like it started out kind of weak. Like, I liked Ashes to Ashes, the first track, and then I forget which one it is. The second or third track was like a mopey, slow ballad or something.
The second and third tracks are mopey, slow ballads. And,
and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But as I got through, it just kept getting better from that, after that point onward.
Yeah.
I have a shitload. I loved, of course, Ashes to Ashes, Trampling Upon the Cross, Killing Breed, Sacrilege, and To Serve Man.
Yeah.
I was especially entertained by the radio version of Iron Dick, where they
live on the radio.
The FCC, they have to say Iron Stick, but all the other lyrics are still just as trashy.
I'm like, what? Like, you can't say dick on radio, but you can say rape. Like, okay,
that gave me a laugh. I think I laughed more at that than the first time I heard Iron Dick.
Right.
Yeah, this was a rockin' compilation, man.
No, really good.
I was blasting this on my little shitty old boombox, and yeah, having a good time.
Yeah, and Dylan, I'll tell you. Okay, so Another Life and Out of the Grave are songs that both landed on the first album too, and I'm like, and they're always like, those are the songs that drag the album down for me, which is otherwise just like ripping, fast stuff, and just killer stuff. It's like I don't come to a thrash metal album to hear about your sad feelings. It's one thing. It's like, look. All the old Megadeth and Metallica albums were really important to me when I was really young, because they had all these songs about like isolation and being disenfranchised and like and not connecting with other people. It's like that stuff I related to. But if it's just so like I'm sad somebody died, which is what I think both those songs are about, like like not into it. But if you're gonna be about feelings in a thrash metal song, it should be about like isolation, alienation type of stuff, not that. So sorry.
And make it sound angry.
Yeah, you could have a fast, angry song about being like sad about
fast, angry song about being sad.
Yeah, sure. Like, give it a try. Let's try it, gang. But really, other than that, I enjoyed this a lot. What do we? I just never really been into those songs, and this didn't change my mind. But really, I love Coven. Other than that, and it's what did we think about the two new songs? I mean, it should be noted. It should be noted, Jamie has been fronting the band longer than Jay Clark was ever in the band, and yet they haven't made an album with him, which I would welcome. And but these two new songs are pretty fun, and they're definitely like kind of fit in the spirit of the old Coven. What do you guys think?
I like Beating in Brains.
Yeah.
Better than Wars of Godly. Like, not that that's a bad song. It's just out of the. Just that's the one that
I felt the opposite, but that's okay.
Oh, fuck you!
No, I didn't like. It didn't like hate Beating in Brains. I was just like, I liked Wars of Godly thing better. But yeah.
No.
I agree. I agree with Chase. Wars of Godly thing was okay, but I did really like Beating in Brains. That was okay. That was a banger.
Okay.
The vibe and the title pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah. Hey, Coven.
Coven.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this on any previous episode, but like back when Chase had our old MySpace blog, I interviewed either Neil or Dean Babbitt for that, and it was like 2007 or 8, and they were trying to get Coven back back off out of mothballs, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I did an interview, and it, of course, it has disappeared from the internet, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was just kind of interesting. We were reading the liner notes and talk about like, okay, how they had several false starts, after their initial breakup, and then now they've been back and going and gigging and kicking ass. I've got to see them several times over the years. But yeah, we like this. Good times.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is a fun treat. Pick this up.
Yeah,
Pick this
man.
up if you can. It's worth it, I'd say.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and you can get that from Northwest Metalworks. You can buy that directly from them. Just Google that. And yeah, it's really cool. Why don't we move on to our next segment, which is Chase's classic album.
Yeah. And this week we have Thanatos, Emerging from the Netherworlds, released sometime in 1990 on Shark Records. They are apparently the first Dutch extreme metal band. Good for them.
Man.
Uh, yeah, apparently they also originally went by Whiplash, which I thought was pretty cool. Initially they went by that, and then they changed it to Thanatos. And honestly, I think that fits them a lot better for how they sound. Thanatos, it's Greek for death. The
Yeah,
word
well, wasn't
Thanatos.
Thanatos like the god of death or something like that in Greek mythology?
That's what I thought. But then, yeah, I thought multiple.
That explains it. I was looking up this band on Metal Encyclopedia, and there were like 20 bands named Thanatos. So that's why. Great. Okay. Happy to know that.
Wait, why is it there's 20 bands called that?
Because this is the Greek word for death. So
right,
of course,
right.
like 100 dudes
Yeah.
picked this as their band name.
Oh my gosh. And it's, I can understand back in days of yore, like in the 80s when, information didn't travel as fast, or even the 90s.
Yeah.
Like bands in, like, there's a Thanatos in Holland, and then there's a Thanatos in, wherever, but what cracks me up is I'll see a modern band and they'll be like, yeah, we're Razor or we're Testament. It's like, what?
What are you doing?
No. And it's funny because they'll be like the same genre as the same subgenre. And it's like,
yeah.
Come on, you have to know that this is a good idea.
yeah. It's just it's like, take 10 minutes to look, okay? Especially now.
Yeah.
Like, good grief. But anyway, that is a thing that I just cracks me up in modern metal, or just like, maybe look and see if someone else is using this name, and there's like 80 rappers named that, whatever that thing is. Like, maybe something else, But anyway, Thanatos. Yeah. Dutch, like, thrash death, like, holy shit, dude, this rips. I love this. I'd heard some Thanatos here and there over the years, but I'd never heard this album, and like, damn, this kicked my ass, dude. So good.
Yeah.
You guys go. What do you think?
I always get a kick out of bands from around this time, because I was in 1990. I was in kindergarten.
Okay.
So like I wasn't like the thought of it coming out and me, being like just the thought of like picking up somebody's headphones and be like, well, and being just completely terrified with what I'm hearing. Like I had an older sibling or something. That anyway, random thought. But sorry, it's 420. Speaking of which, I should probably explain why I actually chose this band. Is because about 15 or so years ago, this book here, the Hellbent for Cooking cookbook.
Oh yeah. Oh, but Anik, yeah, right?
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, I think she wrote a zine. She was part of this Canadian metal zine that I used to have copies of. And yeah, anyway, sorry.
Oh, that's all good. No, they have a recipe in here for Dutch space cake that I made my cousin about a decade or so ago. And they were the people who submitted that recipe, and I was like, okay, well, that was damn good cake. Let's see what they sell. Holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh god, like a early version of that brutality that like you said, it was a thrash death hybrid. but it definitely leaned more towards death with those I mean, actually, I guess the solos were a bit more thrashy. Like
There's some
like
blazing solos in this shit. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
the guy like to use that dive bomb finish with the whammy bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
love
so
those.
yeah. I
I'm a
like
sucker
the
for those dive bombs. Yeah.
oh totally. But yeah, varied vocals, deep growls, mid gravelly yell that sometimes went to that crazy black metal scream that's just peppered about
Mm.
just right. Yeah. Oh crap, that's right. I forgot my notes here. I used a recipe for Dutch face cake as a gift from my cousin a few years ago. We loved it. Do 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 do. You know, sunshine on your love.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just not making the connection to. Oh, you got stoned.
We got stoned.
Oh, okay.
Cake.
Okay, got
My
it.
bad.
Okay.
What is
Okay. But yeah, dude, this fucking ruled. I mean, just so good. Highlights from me. Outward of the Inward, War, and Progressive Destructor. But honestly, this whole album just killed. It's so good.
It's another one of those you just wrote down the whole thing on his notebook.
Well, no, actually,
Oh,
I love this whole album, but I only have a few highlights.
okay.
For me, it was Dawn of the Dead, War, and Rebirth, and I loved War and Rebirth being back to back on the album.
Yeah.
I love when albums do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like 2 songs or a story or something.
Yeah.
But damn, this is a fucking certified 90s death metal classic. From the album cover to the music, like just this
So
is
good.
the kind of thing. If I found this on my own, I'd just pick it up immediately and go, "What is this? Oh, it's great! Who could have guessed?"
Right.
But I was getting some wild vibes throughout this thing. I was hearing a lot of stuff that I already love. I was hearing Cerebral Fix. I was hearing Sepultura. I was hearing Deceased in here. Just vibes. Like,
I mean, these guys were probably listening to all those bands.
Of course. I'm just saying, like, I got those vibes, like, from certain songs and certain parts.
Sure.
And I was like, damn, I'm hearing some good shit. It's like a smoothie. It's so good.
I will say, like when it's real thrashy, it reminds me a lot of Schizophrenia era Sepultura. Now that you mention that.
Yes.
But like, oh damn, that sucks. No, this rules, dude. Yeah, Thanatos kills, dude. Fucking great. Love it. I was all about this. I'm so glad you picked this, Chase. Do we have any more shit here? Are we just like, hell yeah, Thanatos?
Hell yeah. 2 hell yeahs.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Thanatos emerging from the netherworlds. It's awesome. Okay. Yeah, how about Dylan's Demolition?
Yeah, this week I chose this is a brand new band as far as I can tell. This is their only release. They are the Next Level. They are hardcore from Massachusetts, and this is their 2024 demo. Short, sweet little demo with a bitchin' sound, 3 songs. I fucking love this.
Yeah.
I can't wait for more from these guys. What did you guys think?
I thought this was great, and I didn't know where they were from Massachusetts, so I'm like, oh, I should have known it was like some Boston shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is really good. I like this a lot. I didn't have a whole lot of juice on it. I'm just like, yeah, it hits the right spot for hardcore. Chase, what do you think, man?
Okay, so I like it. I love the drum tone they went with. It's nice and beefy. So when I was listening, I saw that they're from Boston, and I'm like, okay, they sound familiar. There's no correlation, like, in terms of, like, band members that were in that band, in the band I'm about to reference. But do you remember, all the way back in the blog days, a band called 18 Wheels of Justice?
I do, kind of.
Hey. Well, the guitar tone and the vocalist, the original vocal, they sound a lot like this band, and I was taken right back to that.
Oh man,
because they were kind of like a thrashy kind of hardcore band.
Okay.
I mean, more thrashy than hardcore, but they had hardcore elements, and they had like a couple of live tracks where they covered like some hardcore songs, and it's like, oh, these guys have roots in that shit. Well,
Yeah.
they reminded me of that. But maybe it's just a Boston influence, like you were
Sure.
alluding to.
Yeah.
But no, good shit regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked this. I mean, it's like 7 minutes long. 3 tracks.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, we're used to hardcore releases being short. And their discographies often not being terribly lengthy, which is an apt descriptor for the band I picked for Hardcore Hall of Fame this week. But do we have any more stuff on the next level?
Yeah, I didn't have a ton of juice on this either. I really liked it, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to pick it because it's like brand new, it's fresh stuff, and I wanted to give these guys some exposure because they have one demo and it's been out for a year already, and
Yeah.
they don't have a ton of views on their shit. So I want people to check this out. This is good stuff. I like it.
Well, right on. I think that's the point of the underground. So like, right
Yep.
on, dude. Hell yeah. But yeah, I really like this too. That was good hardcore, and yeah, hopefully we'll see more from these dudes. But yeah, on this similar wavelength, let's get into Hardcore Hall of Fame. This week I chose the self-titled EP from Neon Christ. This is from 1984, and yeah, it's another mostly short and fast one. By and large, largely straight ahead hardcore punk, but with some weird experimental shit in there too that I have a hard time describing. But I'm curious what you guys thought.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, the guitarist really like he got like the first couple like 20 seconds of each track to just fuck around, didn't he? and the album, the EP is better for it, certainly.
Yeah.
I described the vibe that I got from like surfer bar brawler.
Interesting. Yeah.
Kind of what it was like.
Okay.
But yeah, they went kind of experimental with some of it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like philosophical anime or anything like that, but I got that. Like this could be like the closing, like the credit sequence to one of those of its own ass kind of like 8 whatever. Screw it. Anyway, yeah, no, Neon Christ. This was a good EP. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, and it's kind of like it's weird. Like it made me think a little bit of like 7 Seconds, who we talked about recently. But also, and I'm struggling to remember the name of it, but also like there's a couple of tracks. Hang on, they are called. The title cut, Neon Christ, is one of the weird ones, and then so is the song After, which closes the record.
After,
but those were like almost like post-hardcore shit, like some like Ian MacKaye after Minor Threat stuff, and I'm not even talking Fugazi, like.
It's not shoegaze or anything, not quite.
No,
that.
not quite. And like, but he had a couple of projects that short-lived projects post Minor Threat that were kind of like weird like this, and that's why I reference it. Of course, I can't conjure up the names right now, but I like this. It was mostly the fast shit that we really like, but yeah, the weirdness kept it interesting and unique. Yeah, Dylan, what do you think, man?
I liked this. It was okay. It didn't really grip me or anything.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't. I hate saying that, but I don't hate it. It's good. It's just it wasn't really, getting to me or reaching me or anything like some of the other things you pick.
Yeah. And this is not one of my favorite ones that I've chosen either. I liked it, but I don't see myself coming back to the well too often on this one.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a neat diversion, and and I wanted to get into something a little more obscure too. I feel like I've been hitting a lot of like the big bands, and I want to mix it up.
Well, it is Hardcore Hall of Fame.
Right. But I just think like I had to call the segment something. Okay, so
yeah. Pick whatever you want. I'm just fucking.
But
no, it's all good.
I actually really enjoyed this one mainly because of the weird experimental, just out of left field shit that mainly the guitarist was doing. And after actually I'd say that's the weak point would be the closer. After I like a minute into it, I'm like pass. But
Yeah,
other than
like
that,
I'm done
I have
already.
a
Yeah.
lot of fun. And youth, YOOF made me
Yeah.
laugh.
Oh yeah, that was a highlight for me. I like
Yeah.
that track.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I like some of the stuff of the early in the EP. It's like here we go. What was it? Like the draft song and parental suppression and bad influence. I think we mean business. These are all like the hardcore stuff that we usually come to one of these records for, and I think it delivered the goods in that aspect. But yeah, I liked it. I wasn't like in love here, but I thought it was worth giving some notice. You know what I mean? If that's even a word. But yeah. Do we want to move on to Song of the Week, guys?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with Dylan. And you chose Necronomicon's Death Toll from their 1988 album Escalation. Oh, another 88 thing for you.
Yes.
Tell us
I'm
some more
telling you
about
guys,
this.
88's the fucking year, man. This is one of those bands. Maybe I need to go back and re-listen to all their shit. But when I originally found this band, this was my like one-hit wonder from them. Like I loved this one song, and I couldn't really grasp much else that they had. So maybe it's time. That was years ago.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to go back for a listen. But this is like this is an obscure gem for me. Like this pops up once in a while. This is on my big fat 1,000-song playlist. And when this pops up, like once in a great while, I'm like, yeah, Death Toll. This is a fucking ripping, raging, epic German. I believe these guys are German, right?
Yes, they're
thrash song. Fuck. This is such. I wish I knew the lyrics. It sounds like half the lyrics are German and half the lyrics are English. I'm not sure. There's parts that sound like English and parts that don't. So I'm not sure. And I can't find lyrics on the internet, of course, because it's so obscure. But what do you guys like this tune? What's up? What's going on?
This song rips. I hadn't heard it before this week. I only knew their first album. And it's they had 3 albums like in the 80s, and then they went away, and then they came back, and they've got a bunch of records that I haven't heard. But I want to go back and do a deep dive on them. I love their first album. Love it. It's one of my favorite albums in thrash. And I'm gonna put a song in our Discord for you to check out from that album. It's one of my favorite thrash metal songs of all time. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, Jesus, if you like Destruction, like the early Destruction and like a hint of the early Sodom, boy, Necronomicon is the band for you. They are just rad. I love these guys. And this was a really raging song. I want to tell you that the Death Toll, the song you picked, is great, but it's the tip of the iceberg for these guys.
Yeah.
I
think it's about time I go back and check out.
Yeah.
I was really young when I found these guys, so yeah, maybe it is time to go back to the well again.
Yeah. I had the first album on cassette and just loved the hell out of it. So when you chose this, I put a big smile on my face. I'm like, oh, Necronomicon, I love these guys. But yeah, like one of the criminally unsung German thrash bands. They're really good. And so yes, they're very similar to Destruction, but in the context of 80s thrash, can you really have enough of that sound? Really? Like no complaints from me. Necronomicon rules. Chase, do you have any more stuff on this?
This song slaps Teutonic titties, bro.
Oh,
hell yeah!
It's got that sound, Teutonic thrash, just like pure, like good shit. And
so good.
The turn-taking echo type vocal style. It's like gang vocals, but not quite. And that it was fun. And one of the things I like about Necronomicon, the album and a half I've listened to over the years, is that I noticed that again the bass tone, that shit is raised up. You can hear it. It's very distinct. It's very signature, and I love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Dylan, do you have anything else before we move on?
No, I don't know. You're right about the. I didn't think about the destruction thing. This almost. I don't know if you guys have noticed this theme, but it seems like on every destruction album, the album opener is their best song on there, and this is like one of the destruction album openers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
This could be an opener for a destruction album, 100%. I think you are quite right about that.
Yeah. No, and this is a raging song and album, so right on, dude. But yeah, let's go. I think we're pretty good on that. Why don't we move on to Chase's song of the week, which was what is it? Oh, Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath from 1971's Master of Reality. Why'd you pick this,
Reality.
Chase?
Well, first of all, it's off my favorite Sabbath album. Second of all, it had wait. Oh, it's 420. That's right. No. Oh wait, we already addressed it. Damn.
So funny. No, I did not think about weed songs at all. Like, so I dropped the ball on this. I should have been like, oh, let's do weed songs for 420.
I knew Sunday was 420. Hee. It's also my daughter's birthday, April 20th. So I was looking at the calendar going, oh, Sunday we have a show and everything. Hey, I got to pick a song about weed.
Yeah.
And yeah, a melody about marijuana, a ditty about the dank, a song about the sicky stuff.
Okay.
Tribute to THC, a hymn about hash, a psalm about pot, because the song starts with a P.
Okay. You definitely put some work into this, I can see. Yeah, I mean, it's a great song. I mean, Black Sabbath, pretty big deal. And yeah, no, it's cool. I from the opening coughing, like sound clip, it's kind of like, oh, I think we know exactly what this is about. Yeah, smoking the chronic, yeah.
I remember hearing this on the radio and being like, even as a kid, being like, is that okay? Can they do that? Dad just looked at me like, we're doing it.
Yeah, it's funny. So, Chase, you and I grew up in the days when Rock 101 KUFO was a going concern, okay? And for a long time, the only Sabbath songs you heard were like the 3 or 4 big songs from Paranoid, right?
Yep.
And as a young metal guy who didn't know anything, I thought the Paranoid was their only album.
Ooh.
And then they started playing. I quickly, was relatively quickly was disabused of that. But how would I know? Like, why were they only playing songs from this one record? I'm a kid and I don't know things, is what it was. But
yeah.
But then they started playing Sweet Leaf like a couple years later. I'm like, oh, okay. And by that time, I knew that there was the Ronnie James Dio had sung in Black Sabbath, and and other guys too. It's funny, like I talk about how I didn't get to see Black Sabbath in 1995, probably because it was probably 21 and over anyway, but it was Tony Martin singing, and I like begged my dad, like it's like how stupid was I didn't know he sucked quite like that in 95. Like I was still like thinking like, oh, he probably was like cool like before I was born, right? No. But anyway, so like that was a hard no. So I had no chance of getting to go to that. But I wonder what I would have thought like, oh wait, that's not Ozzy, or whatever. I didn't even know Ozzy was the singer. I was so like whatever. But anyway, this song, it's good, and it's Black Sabbath. Dylan, do you have any thoughts about this?
Wait a minute. I thought this song was about tea.
Well, some people do use tea as a euphemism for weed, but that's kind of an old timey thing. But yeah,
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah,
this is a good tune.
Yeah,
this is a good tune. I turned this on last night, and it was quite late, and I was like, about time to partake. I think while this song plays.
Verily, I say unto thee.
So, yeah, good pick, great song.
Thanks.
Love it.
Okay. Yes, and then so my song is a brand new track. Oh, the first new Dark Angel song in like 30 years or more. Um, it's an Extinction Level Event. It just came out, this single, and I wanted to talk about this because I am like, and of course there's just like people on the internet bitching. It's like, don't just stay out of the comment section, stay away from these assholes. Like the most boring people in the world have nothing better to do than find something to complain about anytime something new comes out, right? Uh, I thought this was a great song. I think it is 100% pure Dark Angel. This is exactly what I was, expecting to hear from a new Dark Angel material. Um, it kind of loses a point because Ron Reinhardt's voice kind of isn't what it used to be. Okay. But like,
Yeah.
but on multiple listens, I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of used to where his voice is now. Okay. And musically, I mean, this fits. I mean, the late Jim Durkin did write or co-write this song. And you kind of feel him in this track. It really is musically like totally sounds like vintage Dark Angel. And sure, Ron's voice is a little different now, but this kicks ass. I thought this was totally raging, and totally worthy of the Dark Angel legacy. What did you guys think? I've ranted enough.
Well, it's always a pleasure to hear Gene do his thing.
Gene, the
So
atomic clock.
yeah. And I honestly can't wait to hear the rest of the album. Uh, I have I will I didn't know that people were complaining about it because it's honestly a pretty good song all around. But there is one thing you already covered the vocals, how they're kind of like, oh well, I guess it's been 30 years. He probably has an excuse or two why they're not quite how they used to be. But it's a little overproduced. It's got a little bit of the sameness kind of sound as some other newer, like older thrash bands that recently put stuff out, like
Heard.
Destruction's new one, kind of the same. But
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world to complain about. Honestly, I can think of worse. But that's probably the worst thing I have to say about it. However, I will also point out that I guess not. However, screw it. Anyway, did you notice the vocalist Laura Christine? Do you recognize her at all?
Vocalist? You mean the other guitarist?
Guitarist, yeah, guitarist. Sorry, the new guitarist Laura Christine.
Yeah, that's Gene
We
Hoglan's
did.
wife.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. We reviewed like that album Warface in Insanity of the Obsessed. Do you remember that?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
she was in that band.
yeah.
I tell you, you come up with shit that I like barely remembered. She was in Warface. Oh my gosh, and yeah, it was Warface with death metal. I remember the promo that we got was like it was
Yep.
the era when they were like, let's put a big annoying beep in the middle of every song to avoid piracy. And
Yep.
it's just like, dude, I don't want to sit and listen to this album with that in there. Warface was
That one
supposed.
actually. That one actually didn't have a beat. That one had. I remember it. You are listening to Insanity of the Obsessed. Out soon on Deathquake Records.
Oh,
It
okay.
had that playing over it every like 30 seconds or something. You could barely get a.
Yeah, that sucks. We don't want to
Anyway,
listen to that. But
no.
so funny, interesting. Yeah, but yeah, I remember that band. I remember we got that promo. And that's so
Yeah.
funny. Oh my gosh. Do you remember did we did you come with me to the Slayer show at the Salem Armory at that time?
No, I
You
did
didn't come
not
with me to
know.
that? Oh, okay. Because I remember getting that promo right around that time. Because they gave us a few copies and they want us to like street team for them or something. But they didn't like
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. It didn't work. Didn't work out. But anyway, yeah, and my memory could be incorrect on if it was that event or whatever. But yeah, this song, that's a thing. That's so wild that you dug that out. I didn't even. Yeah. Dylan, what did you think of this, man?
I'm sorry, I wasn't crazy about this. I'm not sure what sweet leaf you're smoking, but I didn't think this sounded anything like Dark Angel, like, at all.
Did
I don't
we listen
know.
to the same song? I mean,
I think we did. I clicked the one you sent.
Extinction level event. Dark Angel.
I don't know, man. I didn't. This didn't hit for me. It just kind of sounded like, you know, the like what Chase was saying, like the newer stuff that these classic thrash bands release, like Destruction. It just, I don't know. It didn't sound like Dark Angel at all. I don't know what to say.
I would challenge that and kind of question, like, how did you listen to this more than once? You know.
Maybe I need to listen to it some more times, but
yeah, like
I didn't hear what you're hearing. I don't know. Maybe it's what's that phrase? Acquired taste. I don't know.
Maybe we'll be looking for we'll be auditioning Dylan's replacement shortly. Send your inquiries to whatever. Okay, whatever.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
You are.
I'm sorry. I don't want to lie. I don't want to, like.
Well, okay.
I love this.
I appreciate your honesty, but I'm like, I'm thinking like you listen to it once in passing. It sounds like, but whatever. So why don't we talk about upcoming shows? We got some shows, heavy metal, to talk about. Let's see. April 25th at the High Watermark, Bloodstar, Time Rift, and Silver Talon are bringing the traditional metal to your ears. To kick ass.
I so wish I could be at this, but
I know, but we're gonna have so much fun at the other show that's at the New Blackwater the very same night. You're not gonna be pissed. You're not gonna be sad about this at all. Velocity, Pilau, Blade and Betrayer. What a night of thrash, speed metal, and hardcore this is going to be. What a night. We are gonna have a raging time. And that's this very Friday. So what a fun time we have awaiting for us.
They better be giving us wristbands at this show, because I want to remember this show. I want something on my wall. Something to pin on my wall.
We're probably not going to get a wristband, but like, Jesus. Why don't you just print out this flyer and put it on your wall?
That's...
yeah, anyway. Tuesday or whatever, Monday or Tuesday, Obituary, it's April 29th. Obituary, we're playing the Roseland with support from Nails, Terror, Spirit World, and Pest Control. Go out to that and have a raging metal time. And what's this? In May 3rd, down at the Warm Springs Res, it's Res Fest. 6 thrash and death metal bands for your heavy metal enjoyment, plus Eagle Thunder, Native American drum experience. But yes, we're going to have an incredible raging metal time with Damage Overdose, Atomic Terror, Back from Death, 6 Million Dead, 80s thrash metal legends, Chemical Annihilation, and Mazaroth, Portland death metalers. So this is going to be a time of the having. Get down there and do it. It's going to be cool. It's only $15. Go down and rage, man, on the res. Raging on the res. Man, that's
straight edge.
Yes.
No drugs or alcohol.
No drugs or alcohol. You got to do it straight edge, baby. Yeah, and that's no joke.
We must remind people of that.
Don't partake. You will not have a good time if you do. You'll get caught. You'll get busted. They will know you're high. But I don't know. You remember when you're like, they know, man, they know I'm high. That stupid crap.
I was just it's got to be like the number one deterrent to that. Oh, they will know you're high.
Yeah, or drunk. Yeah. But
right,
anyway.
They know.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. May 9th. Who do we have? The death metal legends Deceased, with support from Drouth and Besotten, at the High Watermark. Dylan's going to be there. I am not.
I am.
Dylan's going to be there. I'm not, because I am going up to Seattle the very next day for a festival, and I'm like, that's gonna be a long car ride, and also, you know, and I'm going to see Demo Hammer and Hyrax, and I want to have energy for that. That's more important to me. I love to see Deceased is great, and I want to see them, and I will hopefully see them the next time. But yeah, I'm just like, look, man, I can't do these double headers. I'm just my body can't handle it. I need rest. So I had to make a hard choice.
100% be at this show. I am so fucking excited.
I'm glad,
Deceased.
and I can't wait to hear your feedback from this.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, a couple nights later, also at the high water mark, Persecutor, Vueltas, and Hadean, a mixed bill black and roll, hardcore and traditional metal. Tell us how that gig goes down if you go. I'm curious about that, folks. But another one, oh man, we're so excited. We just can't hide it. May 24th, Alienator, their debut album, Meat Locker, release show with support from Betrayer, Who Rule, Teardown, Who Rule, and Wasted Strike, who I'm interested in. This is going to be a great gig at the new Blackwater. Just is going to be a night of hardcore, raging, kickassery. Can't wait. Alienator rules. But yeah, let's see. June 3rd, Napalm Death, the Melvins, and the Hard-Ons. We're playing at Revolution Hall. That don't suck. June 8th, Death Blow, Stress Test, and Atomic Terror will be ripping your asses a new one. It's a triple thrash threat at the high water mark. Come out, don't pose, come rage. It's going to be great. And then June 28th, Thrash Metal Legends will be, Morbid Saint will be on the Metal Mania show. You know, it's metal and wrestling, with support from Acerbity, Battle Cattler, and Hallucinator. This is going to be a rager, and this, wow, my level of excitement is pretty high for this. I mean,
Morbid motherfucking Saint.
Yes, I mean, like, I can't believe we're gonna see them. Amazing, so thrilled. It's gonna be an awesome time, and yeah, that's gonna be at Stage 722, a venue that's new to me, but man, gonna be so awesome. What a time we're gonna have. But yeah, Chase, why don't you hit us with the sign off?
All right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember to breathe the metal in the air. Feel the power everywhere.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Whiplash. Good stuff. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.